Well, hey, the U.S. men's national team has taken over the sports scene in the U.S., and a young man who once rode that wave of nationalism playing in the 2014 World Cup, where he was the youngest U.S. player, and 2022 World Cup as well. Folks, not only is this young man an international soccer star, having had a successful career overseas in the English Premier League, but he is one of the best soccer players to ever come out of soccer-rich Seattle, where he starred for his hometown team, the Seattle Sounders, in 2013. And the U.S. men's team played tonight in Seattle versus Belgium. Folks, I'm talking about none other than Real Salt Lake's own DeAndre Yedlin. Man, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. I mean, I'm a little bit sad after that game, but I'm doing all right.
You, me, everyone who watched that game. I mean, you see I got the red, white, and blue one right now, man. So I'm feeling it as well. I have to say thank you for joining me, man. Like, I've known of your soccer greatness longer than really you'll know. And I followed your career before you were a pro, really when you were back a teenager. So again, I thank you for coming on with me. But first, I got to say this. One of Seattle's best. You and I know that Seattle has a long, long, long history of soccer greatness. In your mind, who are the top players to ever come out of Seattle in that area?
Man, oh my goodness. there's obviously a big line of them. I mean, I got to give Marcus Hanneman. I don't know. I think Casey Keller.
Yeah, he's from the area.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I would love to throw myself in there.
You should be in there. I'm throwing you in there.
I got to throw Jordan Morris in there for sure.
Okay.
I mean, it's one of the interesting things about Seattle is especially their academy right now, and then moving into their second team, they produce such good players, and so many of those second team guys are now going with the first team. So it's a factory over there. You know, they're just spitting out good players. So credit to Seattle for that.
100%. So the World Cup has come to the U.S. for the first time in 32 years, which is a lot. I mean, you're 32 years old, which is wild.
Yeah.
How cool was it for you to see the World Cup? Because I heard you were there for a couple of the games, right?
So I was.
Yeah. How cool was it to see the World Cup in your city? Obviously, you played all over the world. What was it like for you to watch those games in Seattle?
Man, it was incredible. I actually went to the U.S. versus Australia game in Seattle, and it was amazing. I've honestly never seen the Seattle crowd like that. You know, it was a whole other level. I've been to Seahawks games. I've obviously played there with the Sounders, and that crowd was just on a whole nother level. The atmosphere, how loud it was, it made me very proud to be a Seattleite.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, it's got to be like a certain type of pride that you feel. I mean, obviously, you're a United States citizen. You played on the U.S. team, so you feel that kind of pride. But then You're a proud Seattleite, right? I mean, C-Town, you probably got a tattoo that says, anyway, you know what I mean? Like,
I do.
Do you really?
I do.
Of course you do. See, I know how Seattleites are, man. So to have that double, I mean, you must have just been beaming the whole time you were there.
Yeah, it was an extremely proud moment for me, and I got to go the day before, and I did some bartending, you know, a little appearance bartending and stuff like that, and just all the love that the fans were showing, even walking to the game, you know, people, you know, shouting out my name and everything like that. It's like, it's honestly a great place to be from. You know, they showed nothing but love when I was there, and yeah, it was honestly an incredible experience to be back.
I'm glad you got a chance to experience that. So now to the pressing question, man. I hate even bringing it up, but tonight's game, incredibly disappointing for all U.S. soccer fans. I guess, what were your first thoughts on the game? First, kind of how they got the shot in the arm by getting Flo an opportunity to play in this game, and then how the game turned out.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. You know, there's obviously a big discussion before the game, and I think, I don't know, I feel like that could have led to some distractions with the team. I obviously wasn't in the camp, so I don't know. But, you know, it's not a secret that everybody has social media. You know, everybody sees what's going on. Because the team just didn't look like they looked the last couple of games that they had played. So That was a little bit disappointing. Obviously that's taking nothing away from Belgium. Belgium's a great side. Like,
Of course.
I think that credit where credit's due. There's a reason, that they're ranked wherever they are in the world. So Belgium's a great side, but I'm also somebody that likes to take the positives from the negatives. And I think what this, World Cup has done, and specifically the U.S. team, has inspired a whole new generation. And I know, like, back in '94, there was no top professional outdoor league. '96 MLS now starts. And now fast forward 2026, we got a globally recognizable league. We got the best player to ever play the game playing in this league. And I'm really excited to see now what this World Cup will jumpstart for, the years to come. So that's a positive we can take, I think.
I like that. You keeping the glass half full all the time, huh?
I try to.
I can appreciate that. Something you were saying that, everyone has social media and whatnot. I mean, as a professional athlete, because I always wonder about this, because, guys say I don't read the clippings, or I don't read this and that. I'm sure everyone does. But leading up to this game, do you think there's a possibility that, there's more pressure on the team because a lot of people thought that, oh man, we got flow back, we're definitely going to do well and win this game maybe?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was kind of the general consensus. I think obviously everybody was really excited to get him back, for a good reason. He was probably our best player through the whole group stage. But yeah, I do think that, on the flip side, I think that fired up Belgium a little bit. I think everybody was kind of pushing them to the side, and you could see it from the game. They came out fired up. They came out more aggressive than us. They came out, looked more focused than we were. And that's the name of the game sometimes. Sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days. And unfortunately today was not a great day for the U.S. team.
No, it definitely was not. This wasn't even a question I was thinking of, but I wonder about this. For you watching soccer, because I know what I'm like when I'm watching like boxing or basketball, whatever, like something I'm super passionate with. What is it like when you were watching the game in the comfort of your own home, even though you got your kids here tonight? But what was it like? How are you watching? Are you one of those people like, are you yelling at the TV or?
Yeah, man. A lot of those players I played with in 2022. So a lot of those guys are like little brothers to me. I was kind of the older guy on the team at that point. So a lot of those guys like little brothers to me. So I want them to do well. I follow all their careers. I'm in touch with a good amount of them. So I truly do want them to do well. And obviously it pains me to see when, there's a loss or adversity happening. But I know the group and the individuals will grow from this.
I got you. And you guys are like a big family, right? So you guys feel, I feel you. I feel you there. So you kind of alluded to this, but so every World Cup, the question really is asked, like, how will this run affect soccer in the United States? You kind of talked about how, MLS started and how it's grown here in the United States. From back then to now, like, how much have you seen the game grow? In just the time that you're still a young guy, a young older guy, you know what I mean? Like, how much have you seen the game grow?
Oh, it's substantial. It's substantial. I think when I came back to the league from when I was overseas, every club had their own training ground, which wasn't a fact like back when I started with the Sounders. And then on top of that, those training grounds are state-of-the-art training grounds because they're all new. And then you get teams having to have their own stadiums and the players that are now being brought in, the talent that's being brought in. It's honestly, it's truly unbelievable to see. And I love it because it's great for this league, for the growth of this league. And I think, as I alluded to before as well, this World Cup is only going to push that even further.
I got you. So a few more. One, you played in Inter Miami, right? You played in Inter Miami CF, where you played with Messi. You said that, the best player to ever, he's your GOAT as far as soccer is concerned?
He's my GOAT. For me, he's the GOAT. And I think he's proving it again this World Cup. Why?
Yeah, he's balled out for sure. Yeah. I guess, what was it like actually just playing with him?
It was, it's pretty incredible. It's one player that I was actually having this conversation today with my uncle. It's one player that, I don't think there's any other player on earth can do what he does. He literally is in his own class. He's in his own tier. he's just incredible. You know, some of the things that he does on the pitch, I'm, you know, playing right behind him, and I'm in awe while I'm watching. You know, it's like a spectator watching, but I'm literally playing with him. So he's incredible. He's incredible. A super quiet guy. You know, obviously he didn't speak a ton of English, so it's not like we were communicating back and forth. But just to see, you know, his presence on the pitch, and also to see him as, you know, a family man, and, you know, how much he loves his kids and that sort of thing. It was a truly great experience for me.
Man, and then you're a defender, so like you in practice, like you actually have to go against him.
Yeah, not fun. It's not fun. I mean, it's one of those ones you just have to hope that, you know, that he has a bad day, you know, and hopefully that will be enough to stop him.
You're like, please don't embarrass me, man. Like, I got
please don't embarrass me.
Kids,
just don't embarrass me. That's it. You can score, but just don't embarrass me.
Oh, okay. And you were actually a part. This is bananas too. I mean, you've been a part of history in a bunch of different fashions, but a part of history in the fact that you played in the very first game with him that he ever played in the United States, where he had the game-winning goal. I mean, playing with him, practice, all that is amazing. World Cups, whatever, but that first game when he scores the game-winning goal, I saw you there celebrating with, like, what the heck was that like?
It was incredible, and I remember actually, you know, when he lined up for that free kick, I was like, okay, we're gonna go into penalties, because that was the next thing, you know, it was the last minute of the game, and I remember going over to the coach and telling him, like, my legs are cramping, my calves are cramping, I don't think I'm gonna be able to take a penalty, and he looked at me and he said, "Don't worry." Like, basically just pointed, and sure enough, bang, goal, top corner, and we ended up winning the game. So, I mean, it was like a fairy tale like beginning to it, and then obviously there was the whole Leagues Cup run.
Yes.
And it was such a good, I think, introduction to Lionel Messi for America.
Yeah, because you had like the game winner like 8 games later or something like that as well, right?
I feel like you had a game winner every game, to be honest.
That's you're playing with Michael Jordan, you're playing with LeBron, like that's bananas. That's bananas.
Yeah, it was incredible. Great learning experience for me, and just great experience overall.
Okay, a few more. One, I don't have this on camera. What was it like for you playing overseas? I mean, it's a dream, I'm sure, for a U.S. kid to play professional soccer, obviously, to play on a World Cup team, all that kind of stuff. But then, you know, the English Premier League is, I'm sure, looked at it as like the top league in the world for you guys. What was it like for you playing in like Turkey and everywhere else?
Yeah, no, it's incredible. It's incredible, and it wasn't like a ride full of just, you know, rainbows and unicorns. You know, there was a lot of adversity that I went through going over there. There was a lot of growing that I had to do. You know, I left at 21, so you know, and I was just on my own in London, and there's obviously a lot of trouble you can get into in London. So I had to grow up, and I think that experience, you know, through all the adversities that I went through, that experience kind of helped make me the person I am today. So it was amazing, you know, playing for Newcastle. Obviously I was at Spurs, playing for Sunderland, and then going down to Galatasaray, which, you know, in my view is the biggest team in Turkey. It was an incredible experience.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool. And lastly, I got to ask you about Real Salt Lake. I mean, you've been in Salt Lake City. To me, it's as far as like scenically, one of the prettiest cities in the. Right? Yeah, you already know.
It's incredible. It's incredible. I remember first flying in here, and you know, it seems like kind of like a random place. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I was like, I didn't really know exactly what to expect. But the mountains, and I grew up hiking with my grandfather every weekend. Just being able to drive the training, and every day you see, you know, these mammoth mountains that are, you know, just a 20-minute drive from you.
Super pretty.
It's definitely humbling, because it definitely makes you think about, you know, there's things bigger than soccer, you know what I mean, like life. But it also just brings me back to my childhood and that kind of nostalgic feeling. So it ended up being, you know, a great landing spot for me. Me, my family, my 2 kids, my wife, we're all really happy. So we're just excited to see what comes next.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, because it's a bubbling sports town. I mean, you got the NBA, you got NHL, you got soccer and whatnot. I'm assuming that the fans are pretty passionate up there. I mean, you've been all over the world, obviously, but still, I know they're passionate for all college sports, all kinds of sports up there, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, very passionate. Very passionate. The fans are great. You know, they're obviously very loyal to their teams, which we love. You know, and they obviously expect a lot out of the team, because I think, you know, especially this year, we got a team that, you know, has the ability to go all the way. So hopefully we can. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm very fortunate to have landed here.
And lastly, how much you looking for? Your guys' season starts in like a week, doesn't it?
Well, we restart. Basically, we started in March, and then we start up again in a week. So we go to we have 3 away games coming up. So it's a tough little. It'll be a tough little schedule to the end of the season, but it's all worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's all worth it. You know, I'm gonna be 33 years old and still playing at a high level. So I have no complaints.
Nah, which is wild, because you're going to be 33 years old, and as you're saying, like some of your little brothers, so to speak, playing the U.S. team now. You're only 32, but I mean, like, they seem like they're so much younger. You're so much older, but you're, in the big scheme of things, you're not you're not old at all.
Yeah, I know. My grandfather reminds me of that every day. He said, "You're still a baby." So, I mean, I guess that keeps me young.
Yeah. You tell me, I'm not a baby when these knees are cracking and popping when I'm walking.
And I can feel it. Trust me. My ankles, my knees. I'm not that 19-year-old kid anymore.
Oh man. Well, hey, DeAndre, man. Again, I can't say this enough. I appreciate you taking time to come on with us and talk about your time in Seattle, overseas, Miami, Salt Lake City, man. I told you off camera, I tell you on camera, man. I've known your family for years and years and years. Great people, man. You've grown up to be like an incredible young man with a family.
Appreciate that.
It's been a fantastic interview, man. One of my favorite, man. So thank you for coming on.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All right. Oh, that was easy. Yeah, thank